Feel outside.
ESPN proudly presents the tip-off of the 74th consecutive season of the world-famous Harlem Globetrotters as the 2000 World Tour gets underway in beautiful Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Welcome to the Mellon Arena, where tonight the New York Nationals will go against always popular world champion Harlem Globetrotters. Hello again, everybody. Sam Smith, joined by NBA All-Star Reggie Theus. We're delighted to be here to kick off the 2000 Tour. And we've looked at them be very competitive in 1999, and now we're going back to some fun basketball with the Trotters.
Well, you know, Sam, I always enjoyed the competitive side of things, but the fun things that they do, the fun things that they have, always comes about basically because they're such good athletes. They wouldn't be so honest if they weren't such good athletes. Yeah.
They are beating the bushes literally every year to find better and bigger athletes, it seems.
Always looking for bigger and better athletes, and they are getting bigger. 7-foot guys, they got some little guys, but the mixture of the way they play, the inside, the out game, you'll see a lot of things that you see even in the NBA, but again, you can't see some of the fantastic fun things that they do.
Well, they'll put the comedy on behind some very competitive basketball at the start of the first 3 periods. Then, of course, we'll go into the real fun for the remainder of each of the quarters. When you take a look around this arena, we are seeing all ages enjoying Harlem Globetrotter basketball.
That's the great thing about Harlem Globetrotter basketball. When I was a kid, I had the opportunity to see the Harlem Globetrotters in elementary school, and then as an adult, I got a chance to take my son, and it's just a tradition that keeps going on and on, something that's going to last just forever, Sam.
So this crowd very appreciative of what they've seen so far with the Harlem Globetrotters, and of course they continue to warm up, and there's got to be some nerves out there, Reggie, a lot of first-time players.
Well, you know, when you look at it, they have to not only play basketball, but they got to remember the reams at the same time, so they got a big, thick playbook. These guys have to work hard at what they do.
Now, Reggie, you told me away here for a moment, a lot of the ball handling things they do, you handle it pretty good. You said that'd be tough for you. Huh?
Hey, listen, I was a pretty good ball handler in my day, and I'm looking at this and saying, you know what, I don't know if I could do that. That's humbling.
The Globetrotters go through their entire training system just like a normal professional basketball team. And, of course, you got to know a little bit more about the game of basketball the way these guys play it. And you got to be able to dress real nice as they come to center court here with Matt Jackson. And, again, the Trotters get ready. Off go the jerseys. And there they are, ladies and gentlemen, the world-famous Harlem Globetrotters are just about ready to kick off their 2000 World Tour. We are too from Pittsburgh as we pause for this timeout on ESPN. The Harlem Globetrotters is being brought to you by Denny's, title sponsor for the Harlem Globetrotters 2000 North American Tour. Proud to bring smiles to kids on and off the court. And by Reebok, who invites you to visit to learn more about the first smart interactive shoe of its kind. Well, in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, we're just about ready for basketball. The 2000 World Tour, the world-famous Harlem Globetrotters against the Nationals getting ready to cook. And quite obviously, Reggie, we're looking forward to an exciting night. And I think even the warm-ups produced quite a surprise here.
Yeah.
Oh, I think they're ready. Matt Jackson with a one-man cheering crew, I might add, on the floor. Boo Jackson, and again, just hitting some warm-up shots. Not easy to hit that shot from center court. Let's take a look at tonight's starting lineups tonight for the two teams, the Harlem Globetrotters, along with the Nationals of New York. First of all, for the Nationals, good size on this club as they range about 6'8", 6'9", and 6'8" on the front line. But some good handling ball. Men in the backcourt, including Conley Burton, who has played some with the Harlem Globetrotters, can handle the basketball well. The Harlem Globetrotters, of course, will start with this lineup. Sean Williams along with X-Ray Hip and William Stringfellow up front. It's Rhodes along with Verser starting in the backcourt for Tex Harrison and the Harlem Globetrotters. Tex Harrison now in his 39th year of being on the sidelines. And, you know, in an interview earlier, he said, I tell you what, this is my life, this is my love, and I never get tired of doing what I'm doing right now.
And when you look at him, when you talk to him, you know he's sincere about it because he loves the game.
Barry Terry will be one of the men in the striped shirts tonight. He will be with his back to you and will be taking a lot of abuse tonight, I have a feeling. Jimmy Paulus will be on the other side as a second referee added to tonight's game. And the Tap will go to the Nationals first. Augustine gets it over to Burden. Knocked away, and here comes Rhodes. We'll see about the first 3.5, 4 minutes of each of the periods, saving for the fourth, of course, to be some pretty good competitive basketball. And you get a good idea here, Reggie, of how well these two teams can play when they just play it straight up.
Well, the Nationals, they have a lot of youth on their team, but they got some good shooters, some good size. But the thing I love about this part of the game is how quick these guys are, how fast they run, and they really show their athleticism.
All that going down for him. Good rebound and put up by Verser. Battling of the boards. Finally comes out of there to John Drummond. A Brady College graduate. They're going to throw it away as they try to push it ahead in a hurry. And like any basketball game, no matter what level it is, a little nerves here, trying to do a little bit too much, quite obviously, and they'll get it all in gear. And you know, before this period's over, we're in for a fun time.
Well, that was a nice move right there, taking it to a strong side, taking it on the inside with a little right-hand baby hook shot.
They call him the elevator, Sean Williams. I think you could see why. Out of Cal State Fullerton. Good take to the basket. Rebound comes off inside, and they'll try to move it ahead. Juan Verser out of Arizona State University with a rebound. And again, outside is Rhodes. He was all everything at Maryland. Led them all times in steals. Three-time ACC performer. And the first shot of the night will be Juan Verser. He said he could shoot, and he proves it.
Well, that's one of the things he does best. He's also a pretty good defensive player, holding Penny Hardaway one time to 13 points.
Island partially blocked away by Stringfellow. Saved in the far corner by Augusti. Rhodes off with a rebound. Verser down inside, trying to get a bounce pass across the lane. It's last touch by the Trotters, out of bounds to the Nationals. You know, interesting on Verser back just a moment ago. We talked about his defensive prowess. You see him hit a jump shot, and he said that's one of the things he wanted to do when he came with the Trotters, to show not only great leaping ability, but his shooting ability as well. Didn't get to show that much when he played at Arizona State.
Well, one of the things that always helps him on his shot.
World Tour kicking off here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania at the Mellon Arena. Due to time constraints, we move to further action of Harlem Globetrotter basketball. And apparently the Trotters look like they may be ready to make some changes here, as with 4 minutes and 39 seconds left to play.
Okay, sir.
All right, come on in, sir.
How you doing?
All right. Now into the game for the Globetrotters.
By the way, Matt Jackson has just joined our broadcast team, is now the third voice on our team tonight.
Hurley Boo.
And I'd have to tell you, Sam, as much as I love you, I'd rather listen to Jackson than you.
He's got some shtick going for you, doesn't he?
Yeah, I enjoy it.
By the way, didn't play basketball in college, played football, a good wide receiver and a quarterback. Actually learned to play his basketball game, or started polishing it in the Air Force. And now is one of the truly great clowns for the Harlem Globetrotters.
All right, hey, 17, you got to hold your spot.
Hey, Ralph.
What?
How many shots?
2 shots.
Okay.
What's wrong with him? All right, let's go. 2 shots.
Two shots, buddy.
Hey!
Miguel may never get this one up to the hoop.
What's wrong?
It's going to take a while.
He knows he has 2 shots. Everybody knows he has 2 shots.
Ooh, but do you know you have some bad breath? Did you smell it?
Barry Terry, our referee tonight.
Hey, look. Hey, look, Ralph. I got some friends over there. Look there.
I don't want to see that.
Yeah, they're right over there.
Listen,
Huh?
one side or the other.
Oh, one side or the other.
Right.
I understand.
All right, we got 2 now.
Hey, Mike, say one side or the other.
Somehow I feel this is
Let's
not going to
take the
soak
other.
in though.
Hey, look, Ralph. I got some more friends right over there. Hot dog.
No.
Huh?
Hey. Here or down there?
Here or down there?
Get out of here.
Going down here. How you doing, brother? You okay?
All right, let's go.
Such a friendly guy, you know?
Oh, he's got the voice. He's got the body language.
Hey, he likes it. He likes it. A kiss to the casket, nip another basket. You'll never make it. I'll be here.
All right, then.
Hey, fellas. Hey, fellas. We on TV, man. Hi, dog.
Uh-oh.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad. Hey, move out the way. Say, bro, what channel is that?
The Deuce.
You speak English?
The Deuce.
The Deuce. The Deuce. The Deuce. No, that's ESPN, man. ESPN 2. Yeah. Hi, ESPN 2. We love ESPN 2 all the time. Hot dog. Hey, ESPN 2. Let me give you a big kiss.
Oh, no. No. Oh.
Hot dog.
We've
Hey,
lost more
Rip.
lenses like that, haven't we?
You want to be on TV?
Oh,
Come
Barry
on, man.
Terry.
Fix your hair. Hot dog. Hey.
He smoothing
Now,
his
this
hair
is
and everything.
ESPN 2, okay?
Okay.
Now just follow my lead.
All right.
Got it? Okay. Hi there, ESPN 2. Yeah.
Hi, ESPN 2.
Say. He's pretty good, huh? He's pretty good, huh? All right, now watch this. Watch this. We love you, ESPN 2. Yeah.
We love you, ESPN 2.
Now take a good look at this, ESPN 2. No. Did you get it?
Oh, my. The most viewed referee belly in all of the world.
And it's not a pretty sight.
It's not a pretty sight. Barry Terry
Got a little magic
taking the
right
views
there.
of Matt Jackson here tonight in Pittsburgh. Somewhere along the way, the Trotters, I think, do have the ball out of bounds, I believe.
How you doing? Yes, sir. You in good shape, baby. Oh, yeah.
Lou Johnson along with X-ray hip on the outside. Antigua joining in on the weave. X-ray hip.
X-ray hip. Not only can he jump, he's got over a 200-point bowling average. This guy loves to bowl. I would take him out there because I'm a good bowler also.
Really?
Yeah.
Can't do that, sister. What's wrong with you? Five, hey, cut it off. 5 on 2, 5, pack, 2 shots.
Bad call.
All right.
The chairman and owner of the Harlem Globetrotters is Craig Zale. He's the East Coast Vice President of Operations for Denny's Incorporated. They, by the way, in the second year of sponsorship of the North American Tour for the Harlem Globetrotters. He, by the way, is a Pittsburgh grad, and he's really happy about another program, Save the Children. You know, Denny's has contributed over $4 million in 5 years here in the United States, and according to Forbes magazine in a survey, Denny's now becomes the second best in the country for a company, an organization for minorities to go to work for. So Denny's, one of the proud sponsors of the 2000 World Tour of the Harlem Globetrotters. I wonder what it feels like for Mr. Zale to sit over on the bench there. You think he's calling any plays or anything?
I know he's a big basketball fan, so he's very happy to be that close to the action.
What a great moment, huh?
I just hope he gets a little closer.
Little,
Hey, Ralph.
I would say
on
one
that basket.
of the dangerous things about sitting that close is guys
never
come
make it.
flying over into you, knock your drink out of your hand every now and then.
every once in a while.
Popcorn everywhere.
Oh,
I
man,
love
is
you.
working on him again.
Hey,
Going right here.
that's right. You stay right there, sister. Had enough with you. Let's go.
Do you love me?
No.
I'm
Hey,
going down here.
that's right. Go down there.
He's just mad because no one loves him. All right, dog. I'm going down
Go
here.
right here.
Hey, save me some of them nachos, boy.
It may be good we've got two referees, one to stay with Matt and the other to call the game, maybe.
Try to at least keep him under control a little bit. He's out of control, but he's a lot of fun.
Closing seconds of the first period from Pittsburgh tonight. Michael Wilson getting a little work along the bench. Oh, what was that? Shake and bake there by Antigua, huh?
Oh, yeah. Get your hand.
Oh,
Come at the mic. Take a shot.
The double barrel
wow.
weave there.
Look how tight this weave is, Red.
I always love this. Look at the footwork. If you just get an idea of what the footwork is all about down there. tiny. And then, of course, you finish it up with 11-foot dunk. Both elbows above the rim.
Michael Wilson played at the University of Memphis, graduated in '96. He's a homegrown Memphis product out of Melrose High School there in that city. Antigua with the rebound. You know, a nice thing about Antigua coming back to Pittsburgh is the fact he's really been involved with the community the last couple of days. A traveling call on the Harlem Globetrotters?
What? Now that's upsetting.
Is that?
I'm sure Jackson's got something to say about that.
Apparently he's speechless. Closing seconds of the opening period. Trotters will have one more try at it before the horn goes off.
I see your left thumb. All right, coach. We'll bring it down there. Good stuff. There you go.
To the first period control by the Harlem Globetrotters before this crowd in Pittsburgh tonight as they open up their 2000 World Tour. You know, it seems almost hard to believe that after 73 years, the Harlem Globetrotters are finally recognized for what they do, a strong contribution to the great game of basketball. The Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame didn't overlook the Trotters as they gave them a very special award in the year 1999.
This year, the highly regarded Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame John W. Bunn Award goes to an organization who has thrilled us for years, the Harlem Globetrotters.
But tonight we've chosen to celebrate, to be happy, and just simply to remember the Harlem Globetrotters not as victims, but as pioneers, as champions, and global ambassadors for decency and democracy. That's the way the Globetrotter organization has chosen to memorialize this evening. As we approach the new millennium, the Globetrotters will make over 1,000 appearances in 30 countries in the year 2000. And we'll dedicate ourselves to promoting a violence-free and respectful environment for children in every country, every city, and every township. And I can assure all of you that the Harlem Globetrotters take the John W. Bunn Award with great pride, and the team's 500 alumni and today's 100-plus employees of this organization are honored and collectively thank the Hall of Fame and all of you for this gesture and this moment of recognition. I can only say very proudly and deeply, thank you very much.
The John Bunn Award is given annually by the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame to honor a national or international figure who has contributed greatly to the game of basketball. The Harlem Globetrotters are the first team to ever receive this prestigious award.
Globetrotters are the first organization, really, because when you look at what the Globetrotters have accomplished over 70 years of entertaining fans, introducing fans to the game of basketball, really truly being ambassadors to the game, it really became time to recognize that. We have given the award to individuals in the past, and this was so logical in terms of extending the breadth of the award.
The Trotters' 73-plus years of providing clean family entertainment has not gone unnoticed. This award is very special to all present and past Harlem Globetrotters.
I think it's a wonderful demonstration of the kind of respect that the team has deserved for so many years. You know, we've done a lot for the game of basketball, not only here in America, but all overseas and different other many countries. And probably hadn't been for the Globetrotters, that many people around the world would not be playing basketball today.
It means a great deal. Just when Manny and you let me know that the Trotters were receiving this award, I just felt good inside being a part of the organization.
It's time that the Globetrotters have been honored for something like this, because they've been over 73 years bringing happiness and joy and hope to people of all ages and all races. And for an honor like this to be a part of it, it's something that you can't describe, because it's a feeling that you're a part of history.
The Globetrotters have performed before more than 120 million fans in 115 countries. And those that have been entertained know why the Globetrotters are successful.
Everything is in the best of fun. People know that. So there's a universal language. That's why they've been endured worldwide, because no one needs to have any familiarity with English or really much, maybe even with basketball, to appreciate the fact that here are skilled showmen who love what they're doing put on a good show night after night. So why shouldn't it be successful?
This is a group that deserves the ultimate recognition to get into the Basketball Hall of Fame. The Harlem Globetrotters have done everything to make basketball what it is today. These are young men who have given their lives to make the lives of other people better, and they have just done everything possible. The joy, the spirit, the hope, the sense of we can do it is just something that permeates the Harlem Globetrotters in everything they do.
You don't last unless you're doing something the public likes, and obviously what we do, this feel-good experience, the honesty of the Harlem Globetrotters translates country to country, across generations, and it's going to continue to go.
Well, Reggie, I guess we're always part of what happened to the Harlem Globetrotters. They go to the National Hall of Fame, and of course we do too with that bit there.
That was one of life's most shocking moments for me, that's for sure.
We're ready to go, underway for period number 2. And again, the Harlem Globetrotters, what a great contribution to basketball, and they did finally get their just due. I think it's great.
I think it's tremendous. Anytime you get noticed and recognized for not only playing basketball, but the humanitarian side of things and the international flavor that they have. The first basketball team to ever go overseas and play basketball. The NBA wants to do that. They're involved in it now, but the Harlem Globetrotters, long before David Stern was over there playing ball and showing the world the game.
New faces for the Trotters. Number 0 is Damon Jones. Double 0 is Robert Fairley. Also in the game is Bacardi Alexander, number 34. Rhodes stays in as a steal is made by the Trotters, who were just underway in the second period. Alexander out on the wing.
Oh, nice up and under. Got to finish, baby.
And he does with a little follow-up, but nice little up and under. You don't see much better in the NBA.
No, he's got a lot of upper body strength, but when you miss that shot, you stay with it. High school coaches will tell you that all the time.
Tom Howard, number 10, is in for the Nationals. Rebound snatched away by McCool. McCool can't get that to go, and Fairley comes off with it. Robert, by the way, nicknamed So Smooth, and before this night is all over, you'll see why as Alexander tries for a 3. Just want to get a little bit more movement in that basketball, I think, Rich, before they jack that first shot.
Well, it's real difficult coming off the bench. A little bit cold. You got to get up and down the court a few times first.
Burton has it blocked away by Rhodes. You're right. Rhodes with that steal after the block.
Looking down.
Rhodes putting up one rather badly, I might add.
Somebody opened the window up on him on that shot. He kind of moved to the left.
It is a little breezy outside here in Pittsburgh tonight. A little snow flying around. So we open up this brand new millennium. Not with them tonight.
They took out the camera lady on the side of the court over there. Oh, nice move.
Howard getting it down inside, but Harper not able to finish. He'll stay with it, though. One more time, and this time he'll be hammered. David Harper played his college ball at Livingstone College in North Carolina. And at 6'9" was a force that came on late in his career. So he's going to have an opportunity to, make bigger and better things. As a matter of fact, anytime these guys are on the Nationals, when they play against the Trotters are looking at them as well.
No, absolutely. And you know what? It's about ego, too. Even though you're on the Nationals and you're playing against the Trotters, you want to show them up sometimes.
Sure.
When they're playing live basketball, they want to be the ones on top. And you can tell by the action underneath the basket. No layup rule right there.
Exactly. Harper missing the first of 2, has one more coming. 32-17 Trotters now with 7 minutes left to go, and a timeout's going to be called here by the Trotters. So a timeout on the floor. The Trotters again leading with a score of 32-17 as we pause in our action here of the kickoff of the 2000 World Tour. So we look back at some of the legends of the Trotters. Connie Hawkins is one of the best of basketball's leapers and ball handlers. Hawkins spent 4 magical years with the Globetrotters before becoming one of the truly all-time greats of the NBA. lead over the Nationals 32-17 here in the second period. Let us remind you, though, here on ESPN Women's College Basketball doubleheader coming away on Sunday, January the 2nd. Cincinnati goes up against Louisville at 5 p.m. 2 p.m. at Freedom Hall on the Central Time Zone. And it should be a great one, followed by number 4, Louisiana Tech against number 1, Connecticut. They'll, of course, go at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 o'clock on the Pacific Coast. All of this action, all part of the Go Network here on ESPN. Go Network, go.com. Let's pick up further action in the second quarter. Missed dunk inside by Jones, and Fairley will not miss this time as he dunks it in. By the way, you and I had the opportunity to do that 20,000th game in Wilmington, Indiana. Well, we had, oh, I see. It's that Jackson guy again.
Hey! What's wrong?
You can't blow the horn while the game's going on, man.
Okay, I'm sorry about that, sir.
All right, let's play ball.
Now tell him it's his job. He did it.
Hey, sir.
The most shot guy is the guy running the clock.
Yes. That's right, sir. You just can't do it. Don't do it.
What's wrong with him?
You okay?
Yeah, I feel a little better now.
So do I.
He said, I've seen a lot of games here, but this is something else, isn't it?
That's total ad-lib there. Shot clock guy had no idea what was getting ready to happen to him.
I hope this is not a precedent for all the other basketball teams around the country for a guy to go and buzz himself in. I mean, when he wants to come, right?
I don't think so.
But Matt Jackson finally got in.
I think Showbiz is the only one in the country that'll do that and expect to get away with it.
A license to do that.
Exactly.
Well, they got some of their real ball handlers back in the game. X-ray hip working outside with Antigua and Johnson. Along the post are Wilson along with Jackson. Oh, I think Burden's in trouble here.
They should call this total abuse. Because what's getting ready to happen to the national player is abuse, I'm telling you.
Golly, Burden sitting there going, it was never like this at Southwest Louisiana, I don't think. Antigua, can he hit it? Yes. Orlando Antigua. University of Pittsburgh drains it outside. Oh, great take to the basket there.
That's taking it hard to the hole with contact.
Miguel will go to the line trying to complete a three-point play. Look at Jack. Has he bought a drink this whole year?
No, absolutely not.
Oh, he's sucking that down. Huh?
He's got 10,000 people in here who just give them his drinks.
You okay?
Well, he's also got the guy's seat now.
How was your Christmas?
Of course, he's sitting next to a pretty girl. What do you
How
expect? He always goes for those seats.
I'll be right back.
So let me get this straight. If he's over on the sidelines, that means they only have... Oh, no. He's also turned into a kleptomaniac again here.
Oh. He does have that problem.
Yes, sir. Keep that thing outside like that. How's your hip? What's
Does
your
that
hip?
match his outfit
Right
there?
there.
Well, it matches his knee band.
Oh, that's
His
true.
knee band.
And McCool says it absolutely doesn't match me.
That's not mine.
Nationals get a basket on the end by Harper. And look at McCool. He's trying to find somebody to give this purse to.
Hey, fellas. Hey, fellas. Something's wrong with number 23, man. He carries a bag.
Uh-oh.
Hey, don't be trying to follow me, brother. I got a reputation. What is it?
This is not my bag.
Well, it goes nice with your outfit.
Well, I appreciate that, but I think it looks better on you.
Oh,
thank you.
Something heavy
See
in
you
that
later.
bag.
Ooh.
Something wrong with that dude.
Uh-oh. Is he looking?
Hey!
Oh.
What's wrong?
Where did you get the bag?
From number 23.
No.
And he did, didn't he?
Yeah.
Where did you get the bag, 50?
From over there.
Over where?
From over there.
It's not a broad area, is it?
From whom over there?
From a lady, silly.
Hey. Well, what did the lady look like? Well, what did the white lady look like?
Man, I don't know. They all look alike to me. Hey, no, I'm just kidding. She's right over there.
Well, take it back now.
Take it back.
Mania with the Harlem Globetrotters hosting the New York Nationals as we kick off the 2000 World Tour. The entire world was shocked with the death of Wilt Chamberlain. Dying at the age of 63, not many remembered he was a part of the Harlem Globetrotters and their beginning. They look back at the great gentle giant who passed away in 1999.
October 12, 1999, will mark the date a basketball legend died. Wilt Chamberlain was only 63 years of age, but arguably one of the most awesome, dominating forces the game had ever seen.
When they compare great basketball players today, I like to say that Michael Jordan is the greatest basketball player of all time, but Wilt Chamberlain is the greatest man that has been in the game of basketball. And that means that he was the most dominating factor, I think, that has ever come into the game. And that was because of his size, his agility, and his great basketball skills.
Wilt's professional career began with the Harlem Globetrotters in 1958. And as we found out in one of his final interviews in early 1999, the Big Dipper was living a dream, playing for a team that he idolized.
As a kid of color back in those days, the Harlem Globetrotters were like being a movie star. You know, I mean, that's what you dreamed of being. I mean, never to be able to handle the ball like Meadowlark Lemon or Showboat Hall or whatever, or Goose Tatum or Marcus Haynes, but just to be able to be that formidable group.
I can remember Wilt coming to Europe after he went to the NBA, and he would join the team while he was traveling through Europe, and he always said those were the best days of his life. He missed the lifestyle. He made a lot of money both ways, but he enjoyed the freedom and the play and what the Harlem Globetrotters were all about. He had good friends on the Harlem Globetrotter team between Tex Harrison and Halle Bryant and Meadowlark Lemon. He really enjoyed the life, and he enjoyed the reaction that fans gave him, not just in this country, but around the world.
Wilt Chamberlain's collegiate career was in Lawrence, Kansas, as a member of the Kansas Jayhawks. Despite the opponent's efforts to double and triple team Wilt, he still managed to set numerous KU records. Frustrated by defensive tactics, Chamberlain left KU after taking his team to the NCAA championship game in 1957 after his junior year. At that time, underclassmen were not eligible for the NBA, and Wilt chose to start his career with the Trotters.
Almost 17 years I played on and off with the Harlem Globetrotters. But that one year when I started with them, which almost caused a problem because after that year, I liked them so well, I did not want to come back and play in the NBA.
Not only did he up our attendance that year, say some 45 or 50%, because we sold out everywhere we went, but he also became the first 7-foot guard in the game of basketball, because that's where we had him playing. We wanted people to see him handle the ball.
And that was one of the fun things for me playing the Globies, because not only did I get a chance to get to what they call the magic circle, so I could do some reams, they call them reams, which are tricks, you know, but I played the guard position. So now I could shoot up shots. I had a pretty good two-hand, nothing like Dolph Shays or anything, but I could shoot from 40 feet out and a one-hand stab from way out there deep and jump shots, and I loved that.
From the very beginning of his basketball career, Wilt Chamberlain was a marked man, one that forced the game to change and set the standards for today.
During those days, they thought about constantly raising the basket, and it was because of Wilt Chamberlain. However, I know that he was responsible for them beginning to widen the lane in the game of basketball.
I think every company, and even industries, have defining moments. And there's no doubt in our minds that Wilt Chamberlain was a defining moment in the history of the Harlem Globetrotters. When the history is written, we all look back on it. We'll refer to those days when Wilt joined the team and staggered the world with his performance and his personality and his size and his skill. Every place he went, they fell in love with him, and he made a tremendous impact on the sport and on the Harlem Globetrotters.
By the way, the patch worn by the Harlem Globetrotters, as we remember Wilt Chamberlain, is also in honor of William Pop Gates and also Clarence K. Wilson, who also passed away in 1999. Wilt Chamberlain, though, you even had a chance to play for him, huh?
Oh, I had a great time, great memories. He made a young kid feel really proud one day. As a high school player going into the gym, Wilt Chamberlain was working out at UCLA. He allowed me to play in the game with them, and he blocked my shot. And years later, when I became a pro, he never let me forget. Every time he saw me, he said, "Hey, I blocked your shot. Don't ever forget that."
Never remember. Well, don't forget, coming up on January the 4th on Tuesday night, live at 8 p.m. Eastern, the Nokia Sugar Bowl. It's the national championship. Yes, the Seminoles will look to give Coach Bobby Bowden his first undefeated season at Florida State to become the national champions for the second time in 6 years. But how about Michael Vick and the Cinderella Virginia Tech and the Hokies? Upsetting the Noles, can they do it for their first national title? You'll find out on ABC. The Nokia Sugar Bowl, Tuesday, January the 4th, live at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Trotters still with a 20-point lead. By the way, the man that's all behind the Harlem Globetrotters, Manny Jackson, at courtside watching his team intensely opening up their 2000 season. And always hungering for more as far as the personnel is concerned. Looking for bigger and better players and better people as well.
Yeah, it's just, that's almost as much a requirement as anything, is not only the basketball stuff, but you got to be a good person. One of the reasons is when you play over 200 games a year, the travel, everything's not always perfect.
It is now.
It is now, because we just saw Wild Thing get up and make it happen. Third time charm.
That's right. Michael said, now that's where you're supposed to throw the ball. Bo Johnson with a steal. Wild Thing trying to miss another one, and Johnson brings it out, and they'll settle it down for the end of the half, I think.
I'll tell you what, Sam, even though he can jump 12 feet in the air and dunk the ball, if the pass is not there, it makes it much more tough. That was a hard ball to catch and try to dunk.
Takes 2 to tango, and right now it takes 5 to finish, and that's the Harlem Globetrotters.
The tight weave. Look at the footwork.
Oh, between the legs by Antigua.
Almost look like a dance step, huh?
Where's the ball? McCool doesn't know. Basket, brothers. And as the horn goes off, ladies and gentlemen, that's the first half of tonight's game from Pittsburgh. So the crowd has enjoyed the first half. Hope you have too here on ESPN as the Trotters have opened up their 2000 World Tour as they battle off a weave. They get the slam dunk and get the things happening here. We're back with halftime after we take this time out. Here at the Mellon Arena in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, as the 2000 World Tour of the world-famous Harlem Globetrotters is underway for the year 2000. Hi, everybody. Sam Smith, along with the president and CEO of the Harlem Globetrotters, Mr. Manny Jackson, who, like millions of you on ESPN, looked at the team of the century, athletes of the century, whatever, and one name seemed to be missing as far as you're concerned, Manny.
Well, I don't think it's just me. I've received many phone calls, but just the question, how could they not include Meadowlark Lemon? This man played over 20,000 games. He was in the organization for 20 years. You know, he only missed one game in that time. And every place I go in the world and in this country, I get the question asked, where's Meadowlark? And everyone tells a Meadowlark story. He was a phenomenal athlete, and more than that, a phenomenal person.
Meadowlark Lemon in the hearts of many that have watched the Trotters for years and years, and somewhat missing there on ESPN. We'll remember him for sure. The tour gets started here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. It seems to be growing by leaps and bounds here in year 2000.
Yeah, this year's Denny's-sponsored U.S. tour kicks off in Pittsburgh here, and then we'll play roughly 200 games between now and spring, and that's a city a night. And we'll be in places like Minneapolis, we'll be in small cities like Moline, Illinois, we'll be in St. Louis, we'll be in Phoenix, Arizona, great dates in Texas. It just seems that the demand for the Harlem Globetrotters and the interest people have in seeing these guys perform never seems to slow down.
It's never a regional thing with the Trotters, of course, in addition to the United States, overseas as well. You've got it worldwide.
Well, interestingly, one of our teams just got back from Spain. We were in northern Spain. The first night he was slow. They put it on national TV. The next 3 nights sold out. And people come to the game as if they know the Harlem Globetrotters. I mean, they expect to see their friends on the floor. We're the home team for everybody, every place we go.
And you play so competitively, of course, and when you go into your routine, and the guys seem to be getting better and better, and good people that you're looking for.
I think we have, this crew of players we have today, Sam, I said this 2 years ago, this is by far the best group that we've ever put together. We have 4 7-footers, and these kids can run. They're incredible athletes, and I'm looking forward to this season.
Well, Manny Jackson and I are going to visit more on the Harlem Globetrotters kicking off the 2000 World Tour. We'll do that as we continue from halftime here at Mellon Arena in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Don't go away. We're coming right back. The Mellon Arena here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, as the world champion Harlem Globetrotters battle as they open up their 2000 World Tour here at the Mellon Center. Sam Smith alongside with the president and CEO of the Harlem Globetrotters, good friend of ours, Manny Jackson. Manny, it's another holiday time. We're going into a brand new millennium. Sports seems to be going in all kinds of different directions. Can you kind of put it in perspective from your standpoint with the Trotters?
You know, sport has gotten so pervasive, and I often say the sport is kind of a metaphor for an industry that includes the players, the agents, you know, government, the public in all forms, sponsors, and all of them have a role and have to be talked to about what we're doing. In fact, some fans are not into sports and not into government and all the other pieces, but we're reaching a point where we have to put our arms around a lot of stuff to make it work. And I like where we are as the Harlem Globetrotters. We've always embraced, you know, the public, social issues, and I think we have a big responsibility to be a part of the fabric of society.
Since 1993, when you bought this club, certainly it has made drastic changes, not only getting more competitive, but also going to 115 countries now. But when you go to a community, Manny, it seems like you really take a very active role in that community, in addition to playing a game.
Sam, I just say one thing. Our work in communities is not a PSA or a photo op. The people that work for us really get involved in every city they go to. And they work with the communities day in and day out, every stop that we make. And that's a part of the fabric of the Harlem Globetrotters.
And the players seem to have such a good time in doing so.
You know, when players leave this organization, when they come back, they say that's one of the parts that they missed and enjoyed most.
So Pittsburgh, of course, has opened up its arms to the Harlem Globetrotters, as shown by the crowd here tonight. And Manny, once you've kind of won the heart over to the community, you've taken it one step more. Now, did I hear something about the Millennium Babies? What are you going to do for the babies born in year 2000? What's all this about?
We wanted to do something different. Here's the program. Any child is born in the new millennium will have a lifetime pass to our Harlem Globetrotter game. All the parents have to do is call www.harlemglobetrotter.com, register the child, and for the rest of their life, they can attend a Harlem Globetrotter game free. We think that's our way of marking the millennium and saying thank you for the families and the children who supported us all these years.
Now, Manny, you realize there's 3.5 million babies born every year?
I'd like to see them all at the games. I'd like to see them all at the games.
You know, that's the beauty of the Harlem Globetrotters. We've got grandparents here and the parents and now the new fans as well.
Yeah, it's no question that attending a Harlem Globetrotter game has become a rite of passage, and it's kind of generational. Each generation brings the next generation, and no one complains. It's just something that they've learned to do and want to do. We want to encourage that. This is kind of a new thing we're doing with the Millennium Children, and I'm excited about it. I'm excited to see the reaction on our website. I'm excited to see the first Millennium baby that comes to the games, and for a lifetime, we're going to be watching this program grow.
www.harlemglobetrotters.com. That's where you can register for the Millennium Babies with a pass for a lifetime to watch the Trotters. New talent has got to come from somewhere. How are you doing to get some more talent with the Trotters?
Well, interestingly, our issue hasn't been with finding great basketball players, as we talked about last year. It's finding kids that can endure the schedule and also take on the social responsibility. We've been very pleased with some really great talent. We've got 5 7-footers in our organization right now that can run. We got 2 kids from Maryland, X-Ray Hip and Johnny Rhodes, that are just marvelous basketball players, and they're having a great time, and they're making us very, very exciting to watch.
Well, Manny, it's exciting for us to be a part of this new millennium in the year of 2000 and all of the things happening with the Harlem Globetrotters, and the very best of success to you here in 2000. And thanks for visiting again.
Well, thank you so much.
Manny Jackson, again, the CEO and president of the Harlem Globetrotters. We are starting the 2000 World Tour here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. We're at halftime, and we'll return right after we pause for this timeout. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, where, as you can see, the Harlem Globetrotters, kicking off their 2000 World Tour, have a rather commanding lead after the first half of basketball. Comical basketball, I might add, over the Nationals. Sam Smith along with Reggie Theus once again. And we wish you a very happy new year and hope that 2000 is going to be great for you. Good fun here tonight for the Harlem Globetrotters, as we forecast in our open, I think.
Always. I just have so much fun. Anytime you see it, you just keep on loving it. All the different things that they do, dribbling, dunking, tremendous.
One of the guys, of course, that really turned on a show was Boo Johnson, the outstanding and incredible dribbler right now for the Harlem Globetrotters. And you could do this, couldn't you, Rick?
I don't know if I could do this, but can you imagine if he tried this without those knee pads? He'd have some massive floor burns. How long do you think it took him to perfect this type of ball handling? You don't just wake up one morning and say, hey, look, I'm going to handle this ball. Boo. Tremendous.
Boo's father, by the way, played for the Brown Bombers, which was a team that played against the Trotters back in the 1950s, so he knows how to do it. And I don't know if he'll be ready to play. Matt Jackson.
I don't know, but here comes the squad. Everybody's looking for a kiss now. I don't think so, fellas.
Well, as they look for more, we will have more as we continue. Right as we pause for this timeout as the World Tour is underway. Pittsburgh waving on a brand new year. Glad you could join us here on ESPN for the kickoff of the 2000 tour. And when you take a look at the Harlem Globetrotters, you got to take a look at some rather unusual statistics here. How about the points off the weave? How does that look?
You know what? That's pretty amazing. Any coach would love that one. How about points off dunks? 8 points off dunks. Incredible. But 55% shooting is not bad. You can win a lot of ball games.
And of course, their fast break points. You can see that they do play a lot of half-court basketball in this business.
A little bit of control.
Well, they'll play some straight-up basketball here for a few minutes. That's Rhodes down inside.
Oh, nice left on the right side.
And Johnny Rhodes, 6'4", 200-pounder, called ace to his teammates. MVP, by the way, of that All-Star Classic, the 3-game series they just concluded. Last game in Cincinnati. All 3 of the games going to the Trotters. Really hard to win those, though.
Very difficult.
Several players off those All-Stars went on to be drafted in the NBA and are playing. Knocked out by Rhodes.
Those kind of games, you got to hit a lot of jumpers.
And they got to be falling early.
Falling early, yeah.
Nationals working outside. David Harper, number 30. Tom Howard trying to get it inside, going back. Again to Harper, who misses. Sean Williams doing a good job of catching up with that loose ball. And then stolen by McCool. With a turnaround jump hook. Haven't seen that in a long time.
That was more like a one-hand hang.
The hang time was rather short, though.
Yes, very short.
Paul Tutt, 6'7", weighs about 260. Ben Hart College. And Juan comes back and picks up where he left off in that first half, hitting another 3. Arizona State. That's where he graduated from, a defensive specialist, but as we've already seen in the show, has really improved his offensive game.
Well, he's also got a little history in this family. Violet Palmer, one of the 2 NBA female referees in the league now, and what an athlete she is.
Hey, that's a dope dribble.
Stringfellow with a follow-up inside. William playing from the University of Houston. Actually started at Wake Forest in the ACC, transferred to Houston. Number 22nd in the country when he finished up his senior year at Houston, averaging nearly 10 a game. Good rebounder inside for the Cougars. Burden gets stopped. Harper can't clean it up. Out of bounds. Still belongs to the Nationals. We take a look at another one of the greats of the Harlem Globetrotters. In 1953, the New York Knicks' #1 draft choice was Walter Dukes. He, however, signed with the Harlem Globetrotters. The 7-foot center thus played with the Trotters for 2 seasons before heading into the NBA as truly one of the first big men to join. Trotters have weaved their magic here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Due to time constraints, let's move ahead to more action in the 3rd quarter. Well, we're ready to resume play here in Pittsburgh of the World Tour. You see the Trotters in hand. Don't forget, College Hoops tonight comes up on Sunday at 9 p.m. on ESPN2. It's ESPN's weekly look at the world of college basketball, hosted by Carl Ravitch. And also, don't forget the ESPN USA Today Top 25 poll revealed each week. That's College Hoops tonight, every Sunday at 9. ESPN.com, part of the Go Network. Go.com. Sam Smith along with Reggie Theus here once again at the Mellon Center. By the way, just named to start the 2000 season here in Pittsburgh where the Penguins play. And by the way, that's the reason your feet are so cold, by the way, Reggie.
Oh, you had to tell, huh?
Whoa! A nice little sit-up, and there was that perfect pass coming from Boo Johnson as the wild thing. Michael Wilson puts another one down. By the way, our statistician just wrote down 10 points off the dunk now. Nice little shot outside by the Nationals, Burton, and they're trying to stay close in this one, but not quite.
Burton's got a nice jump shot. He needs to shoot a few more of those. He'll get a few more points on the board.
Wait a minute. Boo's got a... Who's this that Boo's got now?
Come here. Come here. Come here. All right.
What are you doing?
Who is this?
I have no idea. No, Mr. Referee. This is my good friend, Brittany. She's going to do a little magic trick for us, so time out.
All right. Time out for Brittany. Can't do that.
So Boo's found another young lady who wants to do some tricks.
And I love the way the uniform fits her. Fits her
does,
perfectly.
Yeah, it really does. Uh-oh, that's part of it. Crowd's getting into it here now. Watch your eyes.
Yes, sir.
Let's see if she can.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, hey, that's pretty good.
That was pretty good.
That is really
Nice
good.
job, Brittany. Hey, Brittany, that was a nice job. Did you have a good Christmas? You did? Would you like this one? You would? Jump up and get it. Here you go, Brittany. High five. There you go. Bye-bye.
And it smiles all around.
Oh, what a pretty little
Brittany goes over with a brand new toy for Christmas.
Great smile.
Say, hey, Mom, look at that. Boo Jackson signed it right there, Mom. That's some great stuff. That's what the Trotters do when they come to your hometown. Don't forget www.harlemglobetrotters.com to your hometown. Don't forget www.harlemglobetrotters.com to see when they're coming to your hometown or somewhere nearby where you can watch the Trotters. A lot of fun on the World Tour 2000.
How about that lifelong memory for the little girl, Brittany?
Oh. Who's got to get tired doing this drill, though?
Are you kidding me? He loves it.
No. Jimmy Polis getting into it here.
Hey, man. You move pretty good for an old dude.
And the referee did travel, buddy.
He did.
He did.
Can't do that.
Damn time.
So he got a call on himself. You know, it's awfully hot here in the arena sometimes.
What you got in the bucket? Do you have enough for me?
Man, I got enough for you.
And that whole section right over there.
Oh.
No. I'm so thirsty. Hey, Carolyn.
What?
That's my water, man. Hey, Carolyn.
Oh, so
Carolyn.
who's getting the first drink here, right?
Oh, yeah.
Carolyn.
He'll give it to his friend.
That's my water.
No, not tonight.
Boy, I say that's my water.
Oh.
Now go ahead and get me another cup out the bucket. Go ahead. Get me another cup. Oop.
You know, that move, he was watching Tick and Tack
I'm
there.
sorry
Nice
about that.
tumble move.
He did it. He did it. Hey, Carolyn. That's the last cup. Carolyn. Carolyn. Hey, wait a minute. Now, I want some of that water, and I want it right now, buddy.
No.
Give me the water. Did you see it?
Uh-oh.
Did you see it? Okay.
Now, Boo,
No.
get away from this table,
Yes.
Boo.
Go the other way, please.
Did you see what happened?
Uh-oh. This looks like a man on a
Water in my
mission here.
face. Put that kid down. Put the kid down.
He's hiding.
Put the
He's
kid down.
hiding. Little kid's
that
going, not
boy
me. Not me.
You better put him down. You better put him down. Put him down. You better run, boy. No.
Is there a
Where you
place to
going?
hide? Oh, he's going to run clear out of the building here. Corey Keegan of Reebok Kids kind of got a little damp back there.
It's so funny.
Oh, my gosh. Has he got more? The Harlem Globetrotters have the lead as we near the end of the third period. Sam Smith along with Reggie Theus, soon to be seen in a couple of movies, and also Pacific Blue. You finish an episode there as well. Congratulations, my friend.
Very looking forward to it on January 9th, coming up pretty soon here.
Should be fun. The Trotters trying to finish it off with a fun finish here to the end of the third period. Of course, Matt Jackson on the inside along with a wild thing, Michael Wilson. There comes the weave again. You know, you can work on this for hours, but the timing, if it's not there, you can just kiss this baby
Look
goodbye.
how close they come body-wise. There's only about a foot in between them every time they make these moves. Again, timing is everything. Wow thing.
And that's the way the third period comes to another punctuation mark. So the wild thing, Michael Wilson does another one of his ending of the period. What a nice little bounce off the head that time by Matt Jackson. The perfect assist pass coming from Boo Johnson, and again the weave is tight and there.
And of course, when you start talking about that, timing's everything. Off the backboard, wild thing grabs it above the rim.
Our timing will be back right after this timeout. I told you at the start of the show that the Harlem Globetrotters try to get their fans involved, and yes, they are here at the Mellon Center in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Well, you know, the Harlem Globetrotters not only turn on some good comedy fun, but they try to be as competitive as they can. This past summer, they played a great group of college all-stars in a 3-game series. The Trotters came out on top 3-0, but it was a great series. We look back to 1999 in the College All-Star Series.
The Harlem Globetrotters started playing a group of college all-stars back in the 1950s. There were legendary coaches and unforgettable players. In 1997, after a 35-year absence, the All-Star Series was resumed, and this year's games rekindled the competitive fires. The series started in Oakland, California, where the Trotters got off to an early lead on the All-Stars, featuring 6 NBA draft picks. The Young Guns made a run, outscoring the Trotters 35-18 in the fourth quarter. But Coach Bernie Bickerstaff had his team ready for the challenge. Led by Mark Carter's 20 points and 12 assists by Johnny Rhodes, it was an 18-point victory for the Trotters. The next stop was the Palace at Auburn Hills in Detroit. The college All-Stars learned by their mistakes in Game 1 and jumped out to an early lead. Rookie Devin George, with 23 points, made their first move for the Trotters to cut the lead to only 2 points at halftime. Jesse Drain gave the Trotters their first lead with 2 minutes to play, and the All-Star coach Jimmy Clemens saw his young team fall by 6 points, 99-93. The final game of the series was staged in Cincinnati, Ohio, where series MVP Johnny Rhodes set the pace, scoring 14 points and dishing out 10 assists. James Posey kept the All-Stars close, but not close enough. The Trotters finished the sweep with a 106-97 win. The Trotters relish this kind of competitive action, and in the new millennium, it looks like it's even more action-packed, according to Trotters owner Manny Jackson.
Actually, I'm pleased to announce that this year, if you can use the word, we've raised the ante. We've been invited by the National Association of Basketball Coaches to participate on Final Four weekend against the college All-Stars or All-Americans that they select to play us on that weekend. This is not just an interesting competitive breakthrough. This is a sociological breakthrough for the Harlem Globetrotters. And I say this because the Globetrotters have always been like the other company, kind of the outlaws on the outside of basketball and outside of sport. And now we find ourselves cast right into the mainstream of this giant industry we know as basketball, and we'll kick that off with the All-Star game at the Final Four. It should be absolutely exciting and well-attended, and I'm anxious to see what it'll look like.
Excellent. I saw them play last year in an All-Star game in the fall, and they were very, very competitive. When they get serious, they can play with the best in the world. So it's one of those things where they can not only be serious, they can be entertaining. They're great public relations people for the game of basketball, and that's what this is all about, to help basketball.
Next November, October, November, we're going to challenge and play about 12, 15 top-level college teams on their home court. And it's a way to bring our game to the college campuses, and it's also a way for the college kids to test themselves against what we call the next level of competition.
I think the players will really, really be excited about that game and about playing against the Harlem Globetrotters. There's only one. And you know what? The other thing that's going to happen is before these games, the Harlem Globetrotters is going to entertain everybody with their unbelievably world-famous pregame routine. Then they're going to play for real. And boy, they can really play for real.
Well, it sounds like the past has been great, but the future looks like it's even brighter for the Trotters competition. And is this young lady competing for something here, or did she just forget the YMCA?
Look, that's a Christmas present. You know the only reason her mom bought her that hat.
That's right.
The only reason to wear that.
Pretty good on the Macarena there, though.
Oh, yeah. Got it going.
All right, we start the fourth quarter of tonight's Trotter action from Pittsburgh. Oh, Harry Terry trying to play defense. Oh, he fouled him, too.
2 shots.
2 shots.
He called his own foul.
No 2 shots. No. Give me that ball, 50. What's wrong with you?
Calm down, calm down.
Let's play ball.
Hey, everybody get a man. Everybody get a man.
All right. Hey, wait. Hey, give him some room here.
I got you.
No. Give him 3 feet.
Say what?
Give him 3 feet.
I only have 2 feet.
What? Play ball, 50.
Everybody get a man. Get somebody. I got my man. You'll never score on me, brother.
Well, you kind of get a feeling what this quarter is going to be like, right, Reg?
Oh, they got to give it all to us this quarter.
Nice little feed. Layup inside by Augustine. Antigua again from the University of Pittsburgh. What a nice round of applause he got to start the game tonight.
What a great story.
Oh, shot. Actually played 2 years of college basketball with a bullet lodged in his head. Man.
Great story. Endured being homeless for a while. Just a success story all the way around. And when you talk to him, you do get inspired because he's got a lot of lifelong lessons that go far beyond the basketball.
And you know, every time you talk to Manny Jackson as the national score here, that's what it's all about right now. Manny has really put a family emphasis on the players that are here with the Trotters right now. And he really, really dearly loves all these players.
Well, let's just face it, basketball can come and go, but what they do community-wise and family...
In the fourth period, leading the Nationals quite handily here as we head for the end of our game coming up in a moment. Just remind you as we head to more action, National Hockey Night will be coming your way on Sunday, January the 2nd, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. One of the games of the new millennium. We'll see the up-and-coming club facing off against one of the original six. It's the Sharks against the Blackhawks. Yes, ESPN and ABC are now the exclusive networks for all of the National Hockey League action. ESPN.com, a part of the Go Network, Go.com. Sam Smith along with Reggie Theus, former NBA All-Star, visiting here at courtside with us. Nice to have you aboard again there, Reg, as we watch another fun night here in Pittsburgh.
It's just always a pleasure to be involved with the Globetrotters.
Last time we saw Reg, we were at the All-Star Classic and the series that was going on. Dick Vitale alongside here. You were roaming up and down the sidelines there, and I think having a good time that night as well.
Oh, always. Dick Vitale, you know he's going to have a good time when he's in the building.
You're pooped after you work with him for a while, though. Here's X-ray hip. Nice. Can the NBA guys do that kind of, you know,
actually in the NBA, if you hit the ball with your fist, it's a violation.
Oh, that's right. Can't do that. Man of much knowledge here alongside.
Only because I did that once and lost the ball.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh. Woo.
Did you see how he put that up? I mean, this is not just a hook shot. That sucker was like behind the back.
Okay, that's one of the things that everyone should try once just to see how hard it is to throw the ball that far like that.
And he caught the rim. And a nice little down the arm roll.
So if timing wasn't an issue.
Hey, come here.
All right, don't foul.
Johnson looks like he can still play a little D there as well, you know.
Oh, Bruce quick.
Maybe just little bitty steps. Ben Augustine finally finishing off for the Nationals. Here's Boo Johnson. Now they're trying to run the six-man in, but he didn't go very much.
That's how my high school coach did me when I missed the shot. Just grab me and shake me.
Looked like a rag doll.
Now, who is this?
This is my son.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
No. This is my good friend. What's your name? This is my good friend, Michael. So time out.
All right, time out. Now, how can he do that?
Hey, Michael. These are my
Can't do that.
teammates,
Bring
man.
people out here.
All right,
Hey,
get some high five.
calm down, Michael.
Just a little exuberant there.
Hey, Michael.
Michael with an attitude.
Wait. We want you to make a basket down there. From right here. Can you do it?
He's going to try.
Can you do it?
I like how Mike,
Wait a minute.
he always folds his arm after he gets done shooting the ball.
Oh, that was it. Had the pants leg.
Nice legs, man. Shoot it, Mike. Nice and high.
Hey, Michael. Yes.
There they go, Michael. Oh, man.
Aggressive.
I like Michael with an attitude better. That was good. Oh, got a little souvenir here.
This shirt is for my good friend Michael for his great shot.
That's great.
2000 World Tour.
Hey, Mike.
Shirts.
You like this shirt? What? Do you like this shirt? Okay, come on. Let's get in the middle. Let's take the old one off.
Here we go. Hold your hands up, man.
No, we got to switch the shirt.
Michael, I think, has been had. There goes his shirt.
Well, you know he's in trouble.
Oh, he's lost his glasses to Matt Jackson, too.
They're definitely got him.
Nice. Michael, and Matt can't see him. He's got a glass, he can't see.
Michael. Oh, there you go. Hot dog. Come over here, Mike. Hey, Mike. Now I want you to make a muscle like this. Go ahead. Yeah! Wait a minute. Now I want you to make one like this. Yeah!
Whoa. I told you it's Michael with an attitude.
I want you to make a muscle like
That's your
this.
next CEO of a company there.
Whee! Yeah! My man.
Oh, gee.
You have to stay off the sugar, Mike.
Hey, Toby. Hey, you need any help with the shirts?
No, I don't need no help. I used to run a daycare center.
Are you sure?
Positive.
Okay, he said you used to run a daycare center.
I got it.
He
Don't worry
got to put
about
on the
it.
shirt himself.
Calm down, Mike. Wait a minute.
Okay.
I got you.
I don't think. Wait a minute. I don't think. That's not
What's
right.
wrong?
No, no, it doesn't go that way.
Oh, my fault. I thought this was a turtleneck. I got it.
Your three youngsters at home is a.
Oh, yeah.
You know, Daddy probably dressed me like that once before. Yeah.
They know they have.
They know.
Perfect fit.
All right, there he is. Michael. Got some wristbands.
Now, Mike,
You think this
I
kid
want
will
you to
ever
stand right here.
No.
Never. Are you under pressure? Tying your shoe under pressure.
Hey, just get comfortable. Don't worry about a thing. Are you sure they're your shoes? All right. Hey, Michael, don't worry about tying them up. We don't have all day. Hey, Mike, is your dad here?
No, my mom is.
Is your mom? Where's your mom?
She's somewhere up there.
Where? Mom! Mom!
Where's Mom?
She doesn't want anyone to know.
Is your...
They're trying to find. There. That must be Mom.
Oh, hey, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
How you doing? Are you proud of Michael? Do you like his shirt? I'm so glad you said that because that'll be 20 bucks. Give him my money, man. What is it? You're right. Just give me 10. What is it?
You cannot charge $10 for that shirt.
Why not?
Because that's the gift of the Harlem Globetrotters.
All right, Mike. Take it easy.
So Michael, who has virtually bruised every hand on the Harlem Globetrotters here tonight, finally gets a shirt.
Hey, wait a minute. Hold it.
Oh, he hasn't got his shirt back.
Hey, what's wrong? You want this back? Mike, calm down. You want this back? Do you have $5? Just give me 5. Second thought, don't give me 5. Bye.
There is a difference between a high five and a hard high five.
Yeah. Oh, look out. Johnson's trying to find somebody to hide behind right now. Oh, he wants to get his full money's worth here. Michael.
He'll never be the same.
He will never be the same indeed. Nor will Mom.
How is she going to deal with him now? I've done it on the court, Mom, with the Harlem Globetrotters. I don't know what you're talking about.
And how about that new shirt? All right, here we're back to basketball again as Weave coming inside. Bo Jackson. And X-ray hit with a finish to that one. The Trotters have had a good time here tonight, and they... Barry Terry's going to make sure he can...
Shoot the ball.
Huh?
Shoot the ball.
Bang, bang. No.
Whoa!
Hey, y'all saw what happened? I had the ball. Did you let me feel?
You know, that's got a longer elastic band on it than we've seen in the past.
It almost looked like it was actually going in.
Oh, just a minute.
Ooh. Matt Jackson doing a little...
That's a strong spin there.
Hey! Can't do that.
How many shots?
One shot.
One shot.
Oh, what you spent?
That's right, he's already used one. Firing from a little deep, isn't it? Oh, look at it. Oh. So the Nationals will have it. Under a minute to play. Drummond has had a pretty good night for the Nationals. This is badly there. McCool tipping it out. Burden for three, got it. Conley Burden, who is also auditioning a bit for the Trotters, now playing up against them here with the Nationals. Third time as a charm here. Now, he nailed one during
If I make this,
He nailed a big one, too,
you
all
kiss
net.
me. But if I miss, I kiss you. Hot dog, I can't lose. Oh, my God. Yeah, I'm going to kiss you quick. Hot dog.
National!
I love this game.
That was a win-win situation, wasn't it, Reddy?
He always works it out. The cameraman kind of liked that, too.
I tell you.
Everyone wants to be kissed by Jackson, except you and I, Sam.
The star. At least we dodged, maybe I'm not going to say that. At least we dodged the water tonight, Reddy.
It's not over.
The Trotters, as they weave their way home here in Pittsburgh, as the 2000 World Tour is underway. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. They double-teamed and the game is over and the confetti flies. My, oh my, it comes to a punctuation mark, a double team, the slam dunk. The ball in, and the Trotters again are tucked away. The Nationals here as the World Tour gets underway. Well, the Trotters better than ever in year 2000 here, Rich.
Always a joy. Never ends. Just funny all the way around. Good basketball, good athleticism. We got it all here. Family entertainment for everybody.
And you know the Trotters will stay around for more than an hour. After every game, they'll be here for that entire hour or more. And I have seen them here longer to sign autographs. They'll go up and down the ropes, circling the court, signing every autograph until everything is said and done here in Pittsburgh. They'll do that after every game. And again, consult www.harlemglobetrotters.com for the schedule of games in your area. We'll be back to wrap this thing up as we'll come back after this timeout with the Trotters again, smoking it with a double team to finish the game.